Listen, children, to a story that was written long ago about a warlord named Mohammed who deceived and pillaged and raped and killed. But he said he was a prophet, and the naive men believed, and they followed and they conquered, all in the name of peaceful Islam. Go ahead and kill the kafir, go ahead and conquer the land. Do it in the name of Allah and the self-proclaimed prophet. But no, 72 virgins are not waiting for you when you die. The religion of lust and power has already given you its reward. But won't you listen to another who was named Yeshua? They pierced his hands and pierced his feet. For us he humbly died. But he rose up on the third day, as it was prophesied, and he reigns in glorious heaven, yet he lives here in our hearts. Go ahead and kill the kafir, go ahead and conquer the land. Do it in the name of Allah and the self-proclaimed prophet. But no, 72 virgins are not waiting for you when you die. The religion of lust and power has already given you its reward.
Allah is a false god, a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god. And Muhammad is not a prophet. Muhammad is not a prophet. If you want grace and mercy and love, Islam is not for you. But Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is the King of Kings who died to save us all. If you just repent and believe he took your sins on the cross, then mercy and grace, forgiveness and love, eternity can be yours. But Allah is a false god, a false god, a false god. Allah is a false god, a false god.
Hallelujah. Let Lord Jesus Christ shine forth. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining us. Welcome. Sister Al, what happened in your studio?
Well, I've been setting up for new recording. This wasn't actually my intended recording for live streams, but I'm in the middle of a big project right now. So this was the setup I was using last night and earlier today to work on that. So I figured, let's roll with it. I could throw up stuff on this screen if I want to show stuff off or whatever too. So I thought, yeah, we'll try it out. We'll see how it goes. I have another camera too, if that works better.
So is that like TV or what is that, like that big thing? Your name?
This is a secondary monitor, so I can like pull up anything from my laptop over on here.
Nice.
I was working on an art project that involves some Quranic verses, and it was not showing up super well on my laptop screen to be recorded with my camera. So I put up a secondary monitor. That way people could watch as I worked on it.
Nice. It's good that we are going to see in practice. Let's hope so. And thank you very much, everyone who is joining us in the chat. So this is call-in live stream. We are going to take calls from you and then see what are your questions, what you want to have a debate and conversation, all those kind of things. Actually, I should change the title of the live stream and then make it like debate with Christian woman. Last week, someone was like, but it says ask Christian woman, and he didn't want to answer anything. So I should adjust that title once for all. Anyway, what has been happening in your side?
You said what has been happening in what?
in your side. So beside you are working on project, anything else is happening over there?
As far as for online, there's lots and lots going on behind the scenes. Been getting this set up, which is very exciting. Been working on some different things in response to a certain Malik and his actions, and then planning some trips. We've been traveling a lot already, but we've got another big trip coming up that you guys will get to see lots of more soon. I may or may not be able to live stream tomorrow, depending on how all the projects go tonight. But yeah, lots going on behind the scenes, and all glory to God, because he is good. And the lies and the darkness of Islam are being exposed.
Well, at this stage, I'm thinking Islam doesn't need us, right? Dawah guys are doing all things they need to do. Just practical question. Are you occupying your husband's place? Because your husband is in the chat. So if he's in the chat, that means like you took over his spot, right?
He's like 3 feet away from me, but
yep.
I'm alive.
completely
checked.
Call 999 if there is something happens, brother.
That doesn't work here.
Okay. So I'm waiting for Sister K to join us. She will join us within 23 minutes or something, because we had to do some adjustment on the timing stuff. See, like technology is awesome. Angle change, all those kind of things. You might have the Dawah desk like Ijaz Ahmed. He is apparently have something called Dawah desk or something. So that can be your like Dawah desk, Dawah studio desk or something. I can't remember what it was.
It's funny you say that, because I was just looking through the comments on an old video someone posted of me. It was just like a short, and I was like, oh wow, there's like a lot of comments on here I never saw. And one of the people was complaining about my Dawah on street corners or something. I was like, what?
They think you are doing Dawah.
I don't know if that's just what they call evangelism, or like if they're like seriously confused about some other things, but yeah.
Good. Any comment is good comment, right?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, like you give people freedom of speech to say whatever they want to say. Words don't murder. There is a huge debate on that, but anyway. Okay, so what I have is well, we need Sister K right now, and it's not my fault if she's not here, right? So I have this video which I don't think Al you watched it. Do you even know about this video? See, this is Mohammed Hijab and then blue burqa woman.
No, I am familiar with both Muhammad Hijab and the Muslim mom, but I have not seen this video to my knowledge. Is this recent?
I don't know. I saw on the thumbnail, and I find it's like very difficult. It comes like on your YouTube thing. I find like certain things just like, yeah, I find difficult to watch them. So I send it to Sister K and then say, watch this. We review this on Friday until people call in. So that's what we are gonna do. So tell me about the lady. I don't know the lady. She's like, it looks like she wants color, change the black to blue. So that's a nice thing. And as a Muslim woman, it's amazing that she's online doing Dawah and sitting on the same platform with a Muslim man, right? That's already mind-blowing, but that's Islam.
I mean, she's not there in person with him, so he doesn't have to worry about her accidentally moving in front of him and invalidating his prayers. So I guess that's positive to do it virtually. Plus, then she doesn't have to have her mahram with her to go out of her house, anything like that. So...
Okay, well, she needs some setup stuff. She doesn't have your setup, but anyway, okay. I don't know the lady, so I don't think I ever come across with her. I've seen like some ladies with like pink burqa, pink stuff, so she's blue and black. And then
she's no good. She's no good.
She's no good. She's Muslim. What do we expect?
Yeah.
So let me just go to the timelines. Okay, so this video, like, oh my lord, Sister K went through 1 hour, 13 minutes, 18-second pain. I'm not Sister K. I told her, watch it, send me timestamps. You think needs our attention, so that's what we are gonna do. If she wants to come and then ask for pastoral support, she's very welcome to do that once her time comes. Okay, she's got still like whole 19 minutes. Okay, so well, she starts in minute 1. Come on, Sister K, is that all you've done? She starts with minute 1:52 seconds. This is going to be painful too. Okay, so I'm playing this video in the intention of critiquing. I don't think it's going to be education purposes, but let's say it might be educational purposes as well. So let's, I don't want to play the first one. I'll wait because it's too beginning, so I don't know if it's ad or anything. Okay, so let's start from minute 15. Sister K, give me timeline. I'm just gonna move few seconds in advance. So, oh, look at how lovely she is with her smile. Look at her big smile, right? Beautiful smile. She's got beautiful smile. Okay, let's play from this. Actually, let's see what they are laughing at. Okay, this is a serious moment. Let's focus. Al, are you an Orthodox Jew, Messianic Jew, or Christian?
I am a Christian.
Okay. Okay. Ready? So I'm going to play a few minutes and then we see what we have here.
And that do take the children away from the fathers. How were they grown up? Did they have a good relationship with their own father? Did they understand that that's an important relationship to have? Why are they damaging the children and thinking that they're punishing the father when they're actually punishing the children? And I do think psychologically, sometimes I think it's shaitan, right? It's a lot of it is about lack of Islam in your heart, in your house. You don't understand the religion properly. A lot of Muslim women maybe don't even have that resentment towards their husbands. Maybe they actually have that resentment towards their religion. And this is me being honest, right?
That's interesting. That's a deep one. See, it's this thing you're saying, not me. Yeah, go on. Tell me why you think that is then.
Well, if I'm honest, right, in Islam, right now, what are women doing? They've got their hijabs off, right? They're wearing next to nothing. They're covered in makeup. They're not even getting married properly now, right? They're having relationships outside of marriage first, and then going to their parents and going, listen, I've met someone, blah, 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 and this is how I want to have a relationship. This is how I want to get married to.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, men are doing a lot of that stuff as well. There's great balance, of course.
Yes, right, okay. Yeah. So that's a good point.
That's a good point. Who is talking about, who did that, Mohammed Hijab? So who is the man who doesn't want to meet woman's family before doing the marriage thing? I don't know. Maybe this shameless part-time stripper. I don't know. I'm like...
Didn't they start this clip talking about how important fathers are?
That's where I pressed it. Yeah. So they were talking, I think, I don't know, content probably like, okay, so why Dawah world messed up? And then she's like, oh, probably it's like people are not trained at home, family figures are missing, all those. And then she's like talking about, yeah, you've got some Muslims who are taking off their hijab. Yeah, they are. And they're getting murdered for that. While you put that fabric on your face, some of your sisters are being murdered and raped in prison, idiot woman.
But as far as the fatherlessness and like poor father figures and all that, I mean, what do we see when we look at Mohammed? Because
he's father to no one.
Yeah,
and only son he had, adopted son. What did he do with him, with his wife?
Yeah, married her, and then no more adoption. Sorry, babies, you don't need a father. And guess what? You have no eternal father either, except for Satan. But I'm not going to mention that part because Allah is a father to no one. I guess that's his brilliant response to you follow your father, the father of lies.
Father figures. I'm thinking you are no romantic at all. Your brother in Christ, she's no romantic at all. Come on, you need to be saying like Muhammad saw his wife's daughter, Muhammad saw his son's wife, and then suddenly his heart started bubbling up. There was love at the first lust.
Yeah, I was gonna say there was lust. I don't know about the love part. I don't think Muhammad actually understood love, like at all.
You wouldn't say there is a love at the first lust?
I wouldn't say there was love at the 17th lust.
Practice some.
Plus, like Allah is the one who like forced him to have lust. So Allah forced him into his sin. I mean, granted, Allah forces everyone into their sin in Islam, because if you don't sin, then you get kicked out of Islam and existence. But yeah, like the Quran talks about how, you know, it's Allah. It's Allah doing it.
Okay, so it's not Muhammad's fault. It's just
no.
He's
just like a helpless victim.
Yeah, he's faithful victim who sees his daughter-in-law and then like, yeah, let's have a sex. Anyway, so there are some what is the term? There are some people in Muslim circle, apparently women are first starting relationships and then introducing the man to the family, or they never introducing, and then Muhammad Hijab steps in and then corrects her, right? Actually, men do that too. Some of them don't even meet. Some of them don't even meet with her family.
Even when her family is someone that she wants him to meet beforehand. Very much so wants him to meet. And he refuses.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of Muslims already know their wife's family before they get married because they're part of it. But I do think that it is important to meet the family if you're not already a part of it too.
So, have you watched this lady before?
Yes, I have, sadly.
Okay, so did she make any video about condemning what Muhammad Hijab did?
I didn't watch everything she's ever made. I haven't watched her in a while. I used to watch her years back. Well, so I can't comment on that for sure. But the fact that she's here with hijab, like, if it's after that all.
When I first saw the thumbnail, all I thought was like, oh, this is another hotel wife for hijab. So that's all like I was thinking. And I'm just like, okay, Sister K can watch it and tell us. But yeah, we don't know. Okay, let's continue.
Honest, right? In Islam, right now, what are women doing? They've got their hijabs off, right? They're wearing next to nothing. They're covered in makeup. They're
Wait, they're covered in what?
Married properly now, right?
She said something in the lines of like they dressed something to nothing.
I thought she said they're covered in beef fat. I was like, what?
Women maybe don't even have that resentment towards their husbands. Maybe they actually have that resentment towards their religion. And this is me being honest, right?
That's interesting. That's a deep one.
I also don't know why he's laughing. That's like a really weird place to laugh, other than if he's just thinking about all the women he's been with.
Say it again.
Sorry, I said I also don't know why he's laughing there. Like, that's a really weird place for him to laugh, unless he's just like thinking about all the women he's been with.
Yeah.
And, like,
yeah, therefore he's asking, okay, unpack it. And then I'm assuming like, so in Sister K's note, let me see what she was saying in this timeline. She said, not getting married, probably Mimi's response. I think she meant Muhammad Hijab's response. So that's something she picked up. So she's talking about like, well, people are not getting married with the normal school of Islam. And then Muhammad Hijab like,
yeah.
Right now, what are women doing? They've got their hijabs off, right? They're wearing next to nothing. They're covered in makeup. They're
covered in makeup or something, she says.
Oh, makeup. Okay, makeup. That makes way more sense. Okay.
Okay, so they're wearing almost nothing, and then they're covered in makeup. Yeah, so see that fabric on your face? Makes me to hear you difficultly, Miss Muslim. Not very good, not very good. Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't have gloves. Like, don't, Brother Phil. No need to be persecutor, okay? She's just like another woman who thinks, oh yeah, while other Muslims are suffering in the other part of the world, I'm gonna stand in West for the rights of Muslims. That's another idiot Muslim.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Hijab's bestie, Ali Dawah, won't even allow his wife to talk. Like, on camera. She has to have gloves and a whiteboard.
Yep. See the freedom she has. See the freedom she has.
They're not even getting married properly now, right? They're having relationships outside of marriage first, and then going to their parents and going, listen, I've met someone, blah, 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 and this is how I want to have a relationship. This is how I want to get married to.
I mean, yeah, to be fair, men are doing a lot of that stuff as well. There's create some balance, of course.
Again, laughing at his own actions.
That's a good point.
Like, why is that funny? And like, her response is like, oh, that's good point.
Yeah, he's like, men are guilty too. Especially me.
I don't think he put the last two words there, right?
In his head, he definitely did. I mean, like, look at those, like, look at that smirk. He is smirking. Like, he's proud of it. Yeah. I don't know if you heard the Ali Dawah in the background or not, but it was good timing.
Just like, seriously, people don't see, like, anyway. But this is Islam. This is Islam. This is Islam. She sounds like she's from England. She is. She's somewhere from Scotland. Her accent, Scotland, right? Maybe she's like Pakistani or something. Scottish Pakistani who end up in Scotland, enjoying all the rights Scottish government is giving them, right?
I mean, I can't discern like her facial structure or any ethnic clues visually, so.
Sister Al, you can guess from her eyes, right? You can guess from her ungloved hands, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe in the video, maybe at the beginning, like they're introducing her, so I don't know. So we can ask that when Sister K comes. I've got limits, so it's like, this is, I find these stupid things like so stupid, so someone else suffers on my behalf.
So both genders are doing that. And who are they following? They're following the non-Muslims. So
really,
and they're seeing Islam as
So did she just say, Mohammed Hijab, you follow non-Muslims?
Yes.
Huh. This is the face when Mohammed Hijab hears the reality about him. You are following all this kafir. Probably Hijab is saying like, haha, that's what you think. Actually, I follow our sunnah.
Prophet, yeah.
Protecting them from doing those things. So they will pick and choose. Ramadan comes 30 days a year, right? Let's put hijab on, let's pray, let's do our fast. Ramadan finishes, they go back to doing normal what they're doing. I've seen many cases like that too. And yes, when they do get married, if they get married to a husband that is following Islam and that wants to bring up the children a certain way, and they obviously are feeling like they're being oppressed. Now, what's that one that people say that it says in the Quran you have to obey your husband, and that takes that riles women up, but they don't actually look in what's behind that. What does a husband have to do for his wife? What does a wife have to do for their husband? What are the rights and responsibilities?
What does a husband have to do for his wife?
Just a second. Before that, did she just like defend it like wife beating? You need to look at the background of it. Is that what she just said?
I mean, she did say look at the background of it, yeah.
Yeah, you need to know the reason how to beat your wife. You need to know the etiquettes. People are complaining about it. Don't complain about it. Just let me just play this again.
They go back to doing normal what they're doing. I've seen many cases like that too. And yes, when they do get married, if they get married to a husband that is following Islam and that wants to bring up the children a certain way, and they obviously are feeling like they're being oppressed. Now, what's that one that people say that it says in the Quran you have to obey your husband, and that takes that riles women up. But they don't actually look in what's behind that. What does a husband have to do for his wife? What does a wife have to do for their husband? What are the rights and responsibilities? You actually have to know these things before you can take one line and just get mad and think that. And same for the husbands, right? You can't shout at a woman and say you have to obey me if you're telling her to do the wrong things. He has to also be following the Islam. Sorry, I'm getting too heated now.
So she's Muslim, right? She's giving me the impression that she is Muslim.
Yes. Well, I mean, in name, yes, of course. I believe, based on the Quran, no one's a true Muslim, because the Quran doesn't leave the option for anyone to remain a Muslim. But yes, she calls herself a Muslim. She would be considered a Muslim by the world, who doesn't understand that Allah has no Muslims.
You need to know the background of why Quran orders wife beating. So she was not practicing Islam in its fullness. She got married with a man who is practicing Islam in its fullness, right? And then now she got beaten. She's objecting it. And then husband says, shut up, woman, it's in the Quran. And then she's got problem with that.
I agree with the chat comment that says she needs the gospel.
Yeah, they all need gospel. They just but that doesn't mean she's not stupid and idiot, right? I don't want to be mean to her. I don't even know her. But seriously, you didn't practice Islam. Now, why are you complaining because your husband beat you? It's in the Quran. Husband has responsibilities. Wife has responsibilities. Husband has responsibility to beat his wife when dinner is not there for 5 o'clock. These people literally don't see the suffering that Islam causes to Muslim women in Muslim majority part of the world, and now in West, because they are just in every hole now.
I'm talking too much.
This is you can say what you want. I mean, this is completely set space. You can say what you like. People have had enough of hearing what I have to say anyways. Even the men and women, everyone is we need to new people. But as I mentioned,
Can I ask you what you think is a solution for helping these types of women? What do you think? What do you think from a man's point of view?
I would have to say that there's a lot of the responsibility that actually is on the man. In fact, probably the lion's share of it, because a lot of the reason why women resort to that kind of stuff is because it sounds cliche to say this, but it's because a man is not upholding his own end of the things. Islam has a very strict protocol on provision and protection,
Really? Tell us more about how men don't uphold what they're supposed to uphold, that they're supposed to be providing and protecting. Tell me more about the things that you should have provided and protected and didn't uphold.
So you make a promise and then you keep your promise, right?
I mean, you should.
That's what he's saying, right?
He's even saying it's anti-Islamic to not do that.
Yeah.
So what does that make him?
I'm guessing you are thinking about the same woman I am thinking, who was crying and upset, oh, he deceived me. He didn't hold his end of his bargain, all those kind of things.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the one that we know about. Because he and Haqiqatjou were both laughing about how many women they've done things to.
Well, he had another one that caused wife to kind of take break stuff. But you would expect at such a situation, this blue lady to step in, Miss Muslim to step in and then say, okay, don't you think this is the moment for you to repent, brother? Like what you've done to Sister Aisha. She was all covered up. She was all dressed up.
days, this is how I see it, right? Like back in the days, a woman would have to respect a medieval man, say for the sake of argument, because she sees him at least participating in the training for a war, if he doesn't engage in the war himself, right?
Mm.
And it knows that he can be called at any time in a conscription format to have to essentially put his life on the line for the wife.
What?
Well, you have to respect your husband in the past. Why? Because your husband goes to war, right? That's the reason. So therefore, Allah stepped in and then said, okay, I'm going to fix this. The woman, when they don't respect you, you just do 434 and all other things. Well, I've got Sister K now. Hello.
Well, welcome. Thank you for having me, y'all.
How are you
You just
doing?
welcome yourself.
Yes, I did.
That's kind of weird.
That's all right.
Sister K,
Yes.
who is this lady? Seriously. Where did you find her?
Where did I find who?
This lady, the lady with the colored and black thing. This thing.
I didn't find her. That's the lady. You know, she has that. Yeah, the Muslim. She's always doing those videos. I think you've used her content before.
I don't know. Did I?
Yes, you have.
I don't remember.
Yeah, well, I mean, you remember. Your memory
Is she-
remember that your memory is bad.
I apologize if I looked at this lady before.
Mhm.
Sorry. I just like, who is this lady? So far, where is she from? Is she Scottish or something? Or she's based in Scotland?
She's Scottish, but her family origins are Pakistan.
Okay. Cousin marriage. That's why she's not thinking at all.
Ooh.
So
I know Mohammed liked to have lots of excuses for things, but I would not blame any of this on cousin marriage. I think she made her own bad decisions.
you think so?
I think so.
Okay.
That's a mixture of both.
So we listened the part. I didn't. So according to your text message, I went with the 15 minutes mark, where they are talking about. I didn't do the first part. First 1, 2, 3, 4 line. I moved to the 5th line. Not getting married probably. So we looked at that part. Anything you want to comment on it? Do you remember that part?
Oh, not getting married properly. I mean, number one, let's just say this for the overall video. This is how you scrub your image, folks. If you're ever caught up in some scandal to where you picked up a second spouse, but it was only for like hotel, purposes.
Just a moment. Correction. Secret second.
Yeah, secret second spouse. Whether it be, you stumbled upon a second husband, had told you and your second husband, shh, your brother in Christ, shh. And if you stumble upon a second spouse, what you do is you remain silent, and amidst all of the fighting, the infighting amongst the Dawah boys, as she talked about, you come out as this. Let me interview this Muslim mom. She's very popular. I remember you did a video on her because she was just trying to make it look so fun and so nice to be a Muslim. And so,
okay, if I made a video about her, she's one of those idiots. And let me just check. I literally don't remember. Well, I wouldn't remember actually. I wouldn't remember anyway. So,
but I'm just saying, like, this is how you, regardless of whether you remember or not, you scrub your image by having on this mom who represents the Ummah so well, and she's giving dawah, and we are pushing forward. It's honestly, it's almost like a rapist, the G is silent, getting a female attorney to defend him in court to like curry favor with the jurors. To be like, oh, he can't be that bad. A woman is defending him, right? And for him, he's gonna pick someone that is not in all the drama of the Dawah scene, and she's seen as inspirational to Muslimas and dumb Westerners. So he gets her, and she's helping him revamp his image. But at that point, 1542, not getting married properly, which was kind of funny, is that he said, yeah, the men aren't doing it right either.
Yeah.
While laughing.
Yeah, while giggling. And I'm just trying to understand, how would you do it right? Would you do it the way you did it? You kept a secret from your wife, and you did the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn with your second wife, and then threatened her and harm her family when it all came out. Like, how would you properly get married in the West? By the way, keep in mind, they're saying that and they're saying all this in the comforts of the West. Him with his British accent, her with her Scottish accent. I don't think they would have been able to make this much money in their lands of origin. Let's be very clear.
Okay, so let me just point out something. I went back on DCCI channel until May 2024. So if I did video about her, probably looks like I thought she wasn't even important to put her face on the thumbnail. So she's not on the thumbnails. So I literally don't remember her, but if I did video, yeah, I did video. I wouldn't remember. Literally, like I just saw there's today 9 hours ago I uploaded video says Muslim woman says Islam is simple. I don't even remember that video, but so yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I made video about her, but anyway, so she's got.
Hold on, Hatun. So are you saying that you're like Mohammed when it comes to the Quran, as far as when it comes to your videos? Like Mohammed doesn't even remember the Quran and needs people to remind him of what he's said and claimed.
Well, I think I'm better than Mohammed because not people reminding me. I just went to my YouTube channel and checked it, and literally like. I don't remember what is that video today? Like Muslim woman says Islam is simple. I don't even remember that one. Like literally, like people just send me these things, and then I'm just like, okay, I want to put it up, but I can't put it up because if I put it up as it is, it's gonna get copyright strike. So I need to say 1 or 2 sentences so I don't get copyright strike. And then I put it up, and apparently it was scheduled today, and then it went today. But I remember, there are certain things I remember though. If I put a theological video, for example, like I remember I uploaded a video that sacrificing the genies are not shirk stuff. Because those are the things like I look into it. For other ones, I just like listen to creepy video, and then I'm just like, oh man, this is painful. I don't even want to edit it out. I just need to put it up. So that's like how it is. So if I did talked about her in the past, sorry ma'am, I don't remember who you are, but anyway, and I don't think I should be remembering someone who kind of justifies wife beating anyway. Okay, let's continue. Sister K, since you are the one who kind of went through and then watched the video, do you want me to go to minute 37? I'm going to go to minute 37.
Oh, I just want to know, why was I tortured by myself to consume this?
Because you love everyone. Bible tells you to love people.
I'm going to mute.
Okay, so we listen this part, and then I've got someone in the backstage. I'm going to take the person in the backstage, okay? Let's take in.
Videos about inheritance. I've done videos about...
How have they been received by like different segments or so?
You get mixed reviews, right? I've got a short on Instagram that's about... it's just about me saying that, oh, my husband wants to have another wife, and that the amount of hate that I got underneath that.
Oh,
and I
really?
was like, but then it was like, if I was...
So you said that your husband wants to have another wife?
Yeah, it was a...
Clickbait.
Like, look, see, like, that's why I get annoyed. Like, look at his face, man. Like, how... Why that's funny, like...
Because again, she's the perfect representation, right? For him to, he's feeling vindicated, because as you go on, you'll see him trying to use all these references, these excuses to subtly, without directly vindicating himself for having a secret wife. And this is one of the things, like like, haha, I got caught with another wife, but it's totally okay.
So it's not, look at lady, like you can, even though from behind that fabric, the fabric that causing Muslim woman to get murdered, even behind that fabric, you can see from her eyes like she's happy. I made a video. My husband wants to get the second wife.
Yeah, that's her. At least you remembered.
No, I don't remember the lady. I'm just like, that's what she's doing. I don't remember. I literally don't remember. As I said, I wouldn't remember. If they, because most of those people don't say anything important for me to remember. It's not like that's how my mind works. I can tell you the book I read, which page, which line is the reference stuff. But don't tell me like about this.
Yeah, it was just like to show that it's a conversation that could happen, right? I could have a conversation with my family member and say my husband wants to have another wife, and if I'm okay with
How would you feel if your husband had got another wife? And that's a bit of a loaded question. That's a bit of a, maybe he's I mean, is that something that you would accept? How would you feel about it?
I've never been asked this before.
Yeah. Really? Yeah.
So
she's lying.
Yeah, she makes a whole video about it, but she's never been asked how she'd feel about it.
No, she never been.
Okay. Even though you got a ton of hate, but you didn't get asked once.
But that's how you expand your platform, to say, "Oh, look at me being faithful, a faithful Muslima, and you know, I'm going to experience some adversity because I just want it to be me and him, but I do want to do the will of Allah." And the Prophet said that we can have he could have multiple wives. Like, it's clickbait. It's to draw you in, right? Like, start a channel, another channel, L, and be like, L Islam. I saw the light. Watch those subscriptions go sky high.
So think about it. She's someone who is promoting Quranic Islam, right? That's what she's doing. Yeah.
I don't see any black eyes, so I don't believe her.
Wife beating is okay. That is okay. That is okay. So you follow the Quran, you follow the Sunnah. See, that's why I'm covering. That's why I'm putting this fabric on my face, right? And I'm making videos. Oh yeah, my husband wants to get the second wife. But when it comes to practice, oh, let's see. When it comes to practice, see this.
Listen.
Oh, everything is changing now, is it?
It's
the
funny.
tone has changed, has it?
Seriously, like they make you to kind of
If she
literally.
could do that, then you know, I think personally, for a Muslim man in this day and age, having one wife is enough. I would be surprised if a Muslim man could have more than one wife in this day and age and provide and all of that, right? I think it would be.
He's laughing like, I don't provide anything for my second, third.
Exactly. Who said you had to provide?
Him, actually, earlier in this video, but he doesn't.
I know he doesn't, but what's interesting is, number one, that was her video. You know, you saw her lie straight in this video. Like, and this is just as simple as a conversation about a second wife. That's how she became, like, the attention got on her in the first place, because she made a casual video about her have the discussion of a second wife in her family. I mean, in her marriage, whatever you want to, in her cult, whatever. So it's just, he's laughing because, and that he's asking her. And honestly, this is kind of like when your phone updates. She's trying to update Islam. She's like, well, I don't feel like if you can do it financially. Who said? When did Mohammed say this was about financially? When?
Or the very man you are speaking.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing that?
He's not following.
This is great time
Mm-hmm.
to confront your brothers, right? Oh, I'm very disturbed what Brother Ali Dawah did in Mecca. Oh, I'm very disturbed that like what the Watcher did in Morocco. I'm very disturbed what Muslim Lantern is doing in Bosnia. I'm very disturbed what you've done in hotel rooms. This is a great time for that instead of like, oh yeah, let's hear from you. Like how idiot you need to be like. Anyway, let me take the call. I've got someone in the backstage. Okay, let's take the person in the backstage. Hello.
Oh, Tatoon, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you. How are you, sir?
Excellent. I used to watch you guys a couple years back, and I've kind of followed you a little bit to where I know some horrific things have happened to you. So I hope that, you know, you remain safe in your ministries. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. Sir, are you Muslim? Are you Christian?
I'm Christian. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The other person might be more interesting. Maybe you might want to pull up the other person in the background. They might give you more of a little bit of a show, so to say, because it seems like they have some questions that they want to ask you.
That's
yeah.
Good. It's good. Well, thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for coming back to watch again. So really appreciate, sir.
Yes, definitely.
Can I ask him what is his take on what he just saw?
Or
I think it's
more basic question. How many secret hotel wives you got, sir?
Yeah, I think it's laughable, actually. I think it's a very weak woman. Maybe it might be a woman who is driven by the love of money, because let's face it, I mean, if you're able to enforce like a Sharia situation upon people, you have a very strong influence. And if you're not in the right crowds in that under that particular law, then you're going to be poor. Women don't want that, right? They want money in certain situations. I don't know. I think it's just very foolish. And generally speaking, a very, very foolish woman, a very weak woman. Women aren't supposed to cower to men. That's not what even the Bible doesn't even say that. I think it's like a 51-49 relationship in which the man does have a slight edge, but the woman is still holding a lot of weight. So that's my personal opinion.
Well, according to the Bible, man's supposed to be the leading one husband, one wife until one of them murder each other or they both die. In this occasion.
No, excellent though. Hey, maybe pull the other person up if you want to and see if you can get some dialogue going. Maybe there's something to be had there. I don't know.
Thank you very much for calling in, sir. God bless
you.
Thank you for
God
calling.
bless you.
And I just want to give you some advice. Don't give Sister L any ideas.
My husband is showering in the background.
Our husband is listening. I'm sure he sleeps with the knife under his pillow. Let me take the next caller. Hello. Hello, Mrs. or Mr. Amazing.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Who are you? I'm hearing
a Muslim.
echo.
I'm from Bangladesh.
I'm hearing echo. Is there a YouTube? Is the YouTube on?
No. Let me delete it. Yes, it was. Not. It's not now.
Okay. Sound check. Mohammed is false prophet. Okay. Yeah. Echo is gone.
Yeah, I have. You see. Okay. I have some questions.
Yeah. Let me.
I want to start.
Sir, let's get the very basics. You said you are Muslim, right?
Yes, I'm a Muslim.
Okay.
Yes.
What name do you want us to use for you? Do you have a name?
Yes, I have a name. What did you ask?
What is your name? If you have one, can you share with us?
My name is Mustafiz.
Mustafiz. Okay, Mr. Muslim. We are talking about, as you can pick up, Ali Dawah's conversation with this the Muslim mom, and they are talking about
Multiple wives. Yeah, yes, I can understand. You see, I don't know why you have such perspectives about having multiple wives only towards the Muslim community. You see, the divine community of prophets have multiple wives. In Christianity, I have shared the verses. There are multiple, not even 1, 2, or 3. There are maybe more than 10, 20. Why you have such
how many.
condemnation for Muslim community, not you divine partnership? Why don't you condemn? Why don't even Jesus didn't condemn the prophets who had multiple wives? Solomon had hundreds of wives, concubines. I don't know what the slaves were called then, concubines or something like this. You see, they never complained of having multiple wives. Why it's when it's coming to a modern community, why you are forgetting the divine community of the past?
Okay, thank you for your comments. I don't see any concerns then, but thank you for your comments. So how many wives do you have?
I'm still a teenage. I don't have a wife still.
Okay, how many Messiah marriages did you have?
I didn't understood, but I think you have you meant how many I'm planning, right?
No, how many Messiah marriages did you have?
Messiah marriage. What's this?
Oh, you said you are Muslim, right?
Yes.
And you are asking me what is Messiah marriage?
No, I don't know what Messiah marriage is.
Okay, I'm assuming that's the language barrier. So Messiah is the temporary marriage, right?
Yeah, I know this. Maybe you are referring this to a Shia term. We
No,
don't.
yeah,
They maybe that's only 5% believe messiahs or something marriages. Yes, I have heard of it, and the most imams, 95% maybe of the Muslims have gave verdict this to be haram or illegal, something like this.
when you talked about Shia, you are talking about muta marriage. When you said you are from
Yeah.
Bangladesh, I assume that you are Sunni. Therefore, I asked about Messiah marriage. So,
Messiah, yes.
in
This is
Sunni Islam, there is
yeah.
temporary marriages. Okay.
No, there. You see,
No,
temporary marriages are not legal. That's harm to a woman's reputation and many more thing. And if I say, it's harming to the bond of social, social progression or something. You see, a man and a woman are bound to be married to take a society to be in production of many more kids or something. If they are not doing it properly, the society will not go up and produce. So Islam just teaches us that we should produce, and you see, let the society move up to by the numbers. So you see, and this is the basic reason why temporary marriages are not, you see, allowed or something. And I think when it's come to misamir or something, muta, it's obviously haram. And basically, the similar things like these are obviously haram.
So you are telling me Messiah marriage is haram.
Yeah.
Are you
Messiah
sure?
marriages. Yes, I am confident of this.
Okay. So I'm going. That's not the line I wanted to go, but since you kind of lied over there, I'm just going to share a screen and then ask you to make a comment. Ladies, anyone wants to make a kind of comment on statements that he said, like, okay, marriage happens so that society gets multiplied, society gets grow. Anyone wants to kind of make a comment on that and then ask for reference, or you are okay for me to just pull up the Islamic sources on this?
Yes, the purpose is to reproduce, be fruitful, and multiply. As we see, you pulled up Genesis, but you failed to look at Genesis chapter 2. as well as chapter 1, but Genesis chapter 2 and 23, and it says, the man said, this is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. And basically, and for this reason, that when they leave one another, when they leave their parents' household, the two become one. It doesn't say the one become five. So the purpose and the intention was to have one husband, one wife. They come together producing children. There's no need for 1 and 4, because number one, yes, you want to raise children, but you also want to raise them in a wholesome, loving environment. That is unhealthy. Kids watching their father bounce from household to household, women trying to compete. That is honestly, I hate to use this word because it's so flippantly used today, but that is a toxic, noxious relationship to have, raising multiple children and basically essentially single parent households, glorified single parent households, because at the end of the day, especially when they come to the West, they put daddy government in charge of taking care of their kids as opposed to them actually taking care of their kids the way they're supposed to. And I mean, I'm sure that wasn't available before.
Okay. So, Al, did you want to make any comment before I move on, Miss Yar?
Yeah, I would like to show Matthew 5:22, if that's okay.
Yep, go ahead.
So let me go ahead and actually, it might be easier if I just do this. Uh-oh.
Mirror.
Okay. We can't really see that.
All right, hold on. Maybe that won't be easier. Sorry.
5:22. I can get it. I already got I had another scripture up, but about
yeah, I think I pulled up the wrong one. I meant
19:4.
One moment, sorry. No, so 5:32 is what I meant to do. So in 5:31 we see, I'll go ahead and share this screen as well because it is not going to show up super well for you guys. Sorry about the delay while I figure out this new setup. Okay. So it was also said, whoever divorces his wife, let him give her a certificate of divorce. But I say to you that everyone who divorces his wife, except on the ground of sexual immorality, makes her commit adultery. And whoever marries a divorced woman commits adultery. So if you divorce your wife and remarry, then you're committing adultery. If you marry a divorced woman, then you commit adultery, except on the grounds of sexual immorality. So if it's even adultery to divorce and remarry, then how much more adultery must it be if you are still married? Because even if you do the divorce, it's still adultery. So, I mean, I think this puts forth a pretty good argument that you shouldn't be marrying multiple people. Because even by the standards of divorce, it's still adultery. So, yeah, that much more if you're currently married, I would think. Any differing opinions, I totally get. But that seems to be my thought on this. What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I did want to share something regarding, this is a one-to-one. This is just, again, regarding divorce and going, because he brought up Solomon. So I do want to address that. He brought up that Jesus never said anything regarding this. Well, sir, you're incorrect, and let me show you where. This is Deuteronomy 17:17. Let me share my screen with you all. I'm acting like I shared it with you. 17:17. Can you guys see that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it says, neither shall he multiply wives to himself, that his heart turn not away. Neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. You were not under the law to have multiple wives. You were not to have multiple wives. As a matter of fact, this is exactly what happened to Solomon, because you actually brought up Nehemiah, and it talks about how those women made him turn, by him marrying women that were not in the covenant, made him turn his heart away from God. So you even brought up Nehemiah, which was, it's not, you need to read that, and see the text, because Nehemiah, they are pleading with them to not marry those that are idolaters, that are not in the covenant, because they're causing them to turn their hearts away from God. And another text really quickly, and that's Deuteronomy 17:17. You may want to check that out whenever you get a chance. I'm going to go to Matthew 19:4. Oh, and I'm sorry, I'll bring it up to ESV. I'm sorry, I didn't.
And when you're done with 4, verse 9 is also good too.
Okay. Yeah. And that's repeating what you just stated. But just for marriage, it says, and he answered, have you not read that he, let me zoom in. I'm sorry, guys. Let me zoom in. You can see that better. He answered, have you not read that he who created them from the beginning made them male and female, and said, therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast or cling to his wife, and the two, let's remember that number, two shall become one flesh. So they are no longer two, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let no man separate. So Jesus did speak against having multiple wives, because he laid out the foundation of the first two people that were on this earth, which in our scripture says Adam and Eve. So the two become one. That's just that simple math. Again, where Mohammed calculated 1 to 4 or his 1 to 11, that's not biblical. And you see in the Old Testament under the covenant, they were not allowed to. They weren't. Let me say this. They weren't supposed to multiply to themselves multiple wives. I know in your theology you think prophets don't sin. In our text we see none seek after God. Okay, saved one that was sinless, which was Jesus. So those men, Solomon included, literally sinned against God, and those women caused him to turn his heart away from them. Again, go back and look at that text that you posted and see where Nehemiah is pleading with the nation, saying, don't do this thing. So just because they did it, when we see something in our scriptures, we don't see it and say, oh, we can do that because they did it. We see that, oh, wait a minute, God said not to do this. What are the results of that? Okay, we need to obey the Lord. I don't follow Solomon. I don't follow David. I don't follow anybody that have most. I follow the husbandman, the Redeemer, Jesus Christ. That's who I follow. And that is the example, the ultimate example for us in Christianity, is that Christ, who is the husband, the groom, the bridegroom, and we as the church, we are the bride. That is literally the outlay of what it is that we believe as Christians. There's not multiple wives. He's coming back for his one bride.
No, I disagree on this point, because you see, I saw Elohim, what she described was, respecting. For the first one was, you see, she was saying about the divorce was thing. There was something which is illegal to one, which is not elevating any woman's respect or something. The second thing, Sister K, what she mentioned was something which may refer to something to the woman's respect, or something to um, elevate their respect or something like this. This verses doesn't exclude the rule of not marrying multiple wives. These are you are just saying these are things you may consume as these are concerning about not having multiple wives, but these verses are not saying it's bad or something. One verse Sister K showed us was something quite you see quite similar, but not at all saying multiple wives are having multiple wives are illegal or something. I don't know why you're so much against of multiple wives.
Can you read
I'm
that
not
text for me?
obviously which one.
The one we put up there, Matthew 19:4 and 5.
He answered, Have you not read that he who created them from the beginning made them male and female? Yes.
Keep going.
Uh, and said, therefore, a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and two shall become one flesh.
Okay, can you
You
stop
see,
there? Wait, no, can you stop
y-
there?
yeah, I can stop there. Can I say something more? You
But
see,
it says,
um,
have you not? When Jesus says, "Have you not read?" In other words, they knew that this is how God had laid it out from the beginning. There's an Adam and Eve, and the word
no, no,
there
no.
is
You
no,
see.
no. It says,
Have you
hold
seen
on,
the
hold on.
19:3? It's talking about that divorce case. You
I'm
see,
sorry.
when you see, if you look at the 19:3, lawful to divorce one's wife or for any cause. It's maybe just listening, giving lessons to the men who are, very bad to their wives and leaving them and divorcing them. So Jesus was saying something very much good to the people who to understand to make them understand why it's not good to divorce them. No, it's not like
But
you see.
again, no, I
No, no,
agree
no.
with
It's not
you.
like you see.
Hold on, I agree with you. Well, he's saying it's not good to divorce your wife because verse 6 it says, "What God has put together, let no man separate." He's laying out the foundation of marriage first because before I can get to a divorce, what do I have to do first? I have to marry somebody. So, in order for you, he's laying the foundation that the two become one flesh. I don't know about you. How easy is it for you to separate from your flesh?
No, it's you see, Jesus was saying this to make man understand how important the partner is for them. You see, it's not
No, but
referring
how
to
many
something,
wives in verse 6? Is
referring to
that
something
plural?
that he cannot have multiple wives. No,
Okay,
I'm not saying I'm not.
no, I'm saying verse 5. How many is that plural or is that singular, the word wife?
It's obviously, you see, Jesus will not say. Jesus is saying this thing part by part. When he has to, he's just comparing in one aspect. It's not like he's not he's rejecting the concept of multiple marrying or something, right?
That actually is not true because you do see this in Genesis as well. You do see this in Genesis, if I'm correct, Genesis 5. Let me see if I can get that real quick. Um, okay. Uh, no, I think, well, I know it's two. Sorry. Let me get it. Genesis 2:24, and I know it's reiterated again. I believe it's in Genesis. Yes, here we go. Can you see that?
Yes.
Can you read that?
And therefore a man shall leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed. It's obviously talking about Adam and Eve, right?
Okay, so it's obviously talking about Adam and Eve. So God is laying the groundwork as to how they operate. Before there's multiple anybody, there's just two people here, and he's
Yes,
laying the
it wasn't
foundation.
necessary to have multiple wives.
You
Then
said it
maybe
wasn't necessary
If
to, but your argument was that the world was needed to be populated from two people. From two
yes,
people.
yes.
No, no.
From two
You
people,
because you
they
listen, you're worried about the 1-to-4 ratio. From two people, this world has been populated.
yes, yes. No, no. You see,
Well, that there's
what
no
I'm
argument
talking
that
about,
there's no
that to
necessity of
place
four
two
wives.
humans only. No, no. You
Yes.
see, God placed two humans in the heaven, not to reproduce, but He sent those sinful humans to reproduce them more. When He created the two humans for, you see, for this for the heaven, He did not intended to produce in heaven. He intended to produce the sinful people in earth, not in heaven actually. So that's why the one he created man and the one created he different gendered women in heaven. So it's not necessary to have different gender humans in heaven, many more. Maybe that's why.
Well, this was in a garden. I know the Quran says it was in heaven, so I don't. I know they came like 600-700 years later with that story, but we have them in a garden in our book, which they try to borrow stuff from.
You see,
But
no, no.
no,
You
no.
see,
What
if
I
you
but here, hold on. I'm just laying the foundation, regardless of what location. Regardless of it, Genesis 2:24, it's laying the foundation as to how man and woman, in terms of marriage, will interact. You don't see the caveat for multiple wives. You don't see, matter of fact, where you see multiple wives, and I'll challenge you, where you see multiple wives, you either see boastfulness and arrogance. Lamech's the first person to do it. I believe you can pull him up. He was boasting and very proud. The other people, you see divisions where somebody has favoritism. You see the fight, the infighting, and so on and so forth. That is not a good setup. If God would have wanted to be set up, he'd have did Adam, Eve, Yolanda, Keisha, Deshaun, and Dawn. He could have did all that, but he did not. He did it as Adam and Eve. You're worried about population when God is
no. You see,
perfectly,
I wasn't worried about the
perfectly capable of
population thing
populating
for
the earth with
heaven.
people.
God wasn't concerned, according to you see the God. He wasn't concerned of population in heaven for human, right? He was thinking of the increasing population in earth when he sent them to reproduce and test them even more in number. So when he created human, as God knows everything, right? When he created humans in form of two different gender, he only needed two because they're differentiated themselves by the word gender. So it's not necessary to make more even. So it's not like
Well, the
why
purpose
there
in our
wasn't multiple
scripture is
wives there heaven
the
when they
purpose,
did not sin and sent
uh,
to earth.
but the purpose in
That
our
you see,
scripture was
we are talking about two different aspects.
no,
In
we're not.
one,
This is
what
sir.
happened
This is from
before
the
or
beginning.
the
As a matter
sin,
of fact,
and
he tells them to be fruitful and multiply. And I can't talk about what Islam does. He tells them to be fruitful and multiply. He ain't talking about tending no garden allegedly. Like he's talking to them to reproduce after their own kind, as you see in the previous scriptures. I would challenge you, amazing, to read Genesis 1 and Genesis 2. Okay. And
if
that will give you
you see
no,
if you want
I'm
to
saying hold on. I would challenge you to read that because number one, our story as to how the earth begins is totally different than what you've been told. And so again, you're trying to use our text to argue for multiple women, and it does not say that in scripture. What you see is the failure of multiple wife marriages, okay, in scripture, whether it be men being turned to idolatry, the wisest king being turned to idolatry and having his heart turned away from God. Or you see brothers in Absalom and his being having to kill his own brother who assaulted his sister. Like you again, you see all of this terribleness going, or jealousy and Esau. I'm not Esau, but other siblings hating each other because they're of the favorite of like Joseph, his story. His brothers hated him, and it was only he and Benjamin that was born of the preferred wife. So again, we see this time and time again. God is not wrong. God laid out the foundation, but I'll pass this on to you, Sister Hatun, because you wanted to bring up a video. I apologize.
So thank you, sisters. So Mr. Muslim, my concern was Quran confirms the Bible, affirms its teachings, all that. And when we look at
yes.
the Bible, Sister L and Sister K brought up the Word of God, and Word of God says God's plan for marriage is one man, one woman, become husband and wife forever, right? It's not like Adam and Steve. It's not
No,
Adam and
it's not
Isaac.
like you see.
Sir, listen to me. Listen to me. It's not Adam and Steve. It's not Adam and Aisha. It's not Adam, Aisha, Zainab, and Khatija. Okay? It's Adam and Eve. That's it. So that is God's intent plan. We get to see.
No.
Listen,
If
listen to
it
me.
was
Listen to
no,
me.
you see,
Sir, no,
prophets did
no, no,
understood it better, right?
Sir, listen to me. Listen to me. Individuals fail to follow the law of God. And then we read in the
Even
Bible,
prophets.
we read in the Bible consequences of that. So the reason I asked you whether you are married, my next question was going to be, how many wives do you have? Because while Islam comes and then confirms the Bible, even Allah states like, oh, he is affirming the teachings of the prophets, right? Coming with the same message. Mohammed comes and then says, excuse me, you've got one husband and then he's the fourth wife for you, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then
No, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did not say this. You see, if you were
Allah
saying
says,
something wrong, I have to say this, right? You see what Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, and that if anybody can have one wife, then he must have one wife. If anybody can have two wives, what does having two wives means? There are many categories of qualifications. What word?
Show me the verse.
Yes, I have to search for it.
No, it's okay. You've got fingers. You can search for it. While you are using your fingers to search for the verse, I wanted to point out. So Islam teaches one man to four wives. One man to four wives. And then alongside
teaches he can marry up to four wives. It's not necessary for him to.
Amazing. I can't hear my sister. Can you let her speak, please? Thank you.
Yes, if she's interpreting something wrong, I must
say
something on my behalf, right?
But it's not beneficial to those who are listening. We can't hear you when you overtalk her, so it's totally pointless. So
no, if I am
amazing.
interrupting her, she will be listening to me then.
Sir, amazing. What you can do is just hold on and then say, okay, what you just said, I disagree with, and here's why. That's how conversations work.
Okay.
There are many things to remember, right? So I have to go one by one. I'm not rewriting anything.
That's okay, sir. That's okay. We can come to that one. So let me bring up our attention to the Messiah marriage I mentioned. Okay, is my screen big enough? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, I can see all 1,000 of your tabs.
Okay, so Mr. Muslim, would you be kind enough? Would you be kind enough and then read it for me? So, do you know the website called Islam QA? So it's not my website. It is website was put together by Muslims, and they are discussing this something called Messiah. According to you, it is for Shias, but the label Shia use is Muta. So this is for Sunnis. Would you be kind enough and then read this for us?
Yes.
Because the point I want to draw is the gentleman we saw on the screen with this blue hijabi lady, which I thought maybe his hotel wife was. This gentleman involved with not only he's got like one wife, but he's got like secret wives, and then he had, that wasn't enough, he had second secret hotel wife. Okay, so that's under the Messiah marriage and it's allowed in Islam. So let's read it, what is on the screen, and I love to hear your thoughts on this.
Yes. Messiah marriage is where a man does a Shari message contract with a woman, meeting the conditions of a marriage, but the woman gives up some of her rights, such as accommodation, maintenance, or the husband's staying overnight with her, if Messiah marriage fulfills the condition of a valid marriage, namely the proposal and acceptance, the consent of wali, and witness of announcement of the religion, then it is a valid marriage contract.
Okay, so
you see, I have read too fast. I didn't understood. I have to understand it first.
That's okay. Let me break it down for you. So in normal marriage, okay, Mr. Muslim and Mrs. Muslim gets married, okay, and husband provides for the wife, husband looks after wife, husband looks after the kids, all those kind of things, right? Woman, for example, cannot leave the house without husband's permission. Woman has to be obedient to husband in everything, right? That's in normal marriage.
Yes, so does the Christianity and Judaism says.
No,
In
Mr. Muslim. Mr. Muslim.
yes, yes, yes.
I'm focusing on misyar marriage. If you find the misyar marriage in the Bible, after we dig into Islam, we can look at that one, right? Patience.
Yes, okay.
So this is something called misyar marriage, and then question is it halal or haram? That's the question. So, and the author says, well, misyar marriage is little bit different than the normal marriage. In misyar marriage, man doesn't have to provide for the wife, right?
If she is willing, it's not like she's not willing. If she is willing, then a man can choose this. If she's not willing, a man can die but cannot choose this.
Okay, so both of them agreed. Okay, both of them agreed. I am going to be marrying with you for 2 months.
But why a woman would be agreed if it's not benefiting her, right? Why? Misyar is just something that's unnecessary when a woman doesn't want that.
So misyar is something unnecessary when woman doesn't want it?
Yes, obviously.
It is so unnecessary. There is whole page on this, like it and rules of
Yes,
the marriage.
it can be whole book on this, but it's up to the it's up to the woman, right?
It's up to man and woman. They agree about it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's obvious.
Do you think is it okay after man to have wife for 3 hours in a hotel room under the misyar?
No, I obviously don't think that's legal, and it's not saying something like this. Obviously, it's saying that's a marriage, obviously, but not like it's breaking in 3 hours or something.
Yeah.
Is it breaking in 3 hours? Obviously not. It's just making a woman or a woman making his husband because she may see her husband as a poor guy, cannot pay for her the marriage contract money or something. So she is just letting him, okay, you can okay, I can forgive this one for you. It's something more of like this.
It doesn't make sense to me. Can you explain the misyar marriage to me again? The marriage you didn't even know a few minutes ago. Now you become expert. Can you explain that to me again?
You see, I have read the whole thing and I also used ChatGPT, so that's why I'm understanding this marriage now.
Oh, you
So
use ChatGPT.
no. After I read you green marked letters, I used ChatGPT, not before.
Okay.
So you see, okay, I have an overview, obviously. So that's like misyar marriage is something. If a woman wants, then she can apply on her husband. If she thinks she can have no problem with that. Such like in
Just a
Islam,
second.
the man in Islam, the man have to pay for.
So just a second. Okay. Al, do you have that Mohammed Hijab's 1 minute video? He married people in 1 minute. I do have the video, but like my thing is like doing rainbow. It's okay if you don't have it.
I do not have it. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Sir, explain misyar marriage to me.
So misyar marriage is something if a woman wants to exclude some of her needs, just like in Islam, it's a must for a man to marry a woman to pay her because it's her right according to Islam. So it can be a very much a good of amount, but it can be a reduced amount if she wants. So it's something like if she wants one of her needs, she can reduce.
What is the time, sir, Mr. Muslim?
Yes.
What is the timeline in misyar marriage? So in normal marriage, when I married my husband, or we decided we are gonna not separate until we are dead. Okay.
Yes.
What is it? What is it? How is that in Islam? How is that in misyar marriage? Is there a timeline?
I do have the video.
No, I don't think that there is a timeline.
You don't think there's a timeline? Okay.
No, I don't think.
When you joined us, we were looking at this Mr. Mohammed Hijab, right?
Yeah, I was seeing
you
him.
know him, right?
I know him. He was a Pakistani-born brother, and I don't think he's more reliable.
He's
So, like,
Egyptian. He's Egyptian. Don't lie about him. So listen,
oh,
listen,
I don't know
listen
him
to him.
obviously very clearly. Sorry.
Okay, listen to him now. Tell me if you agree with him or if you don't agree with him. Listen.
I cannot agree with him if he doesn't align with
Listen,
the
listen.
rulings.
You don't even know what he says. You don't even know the rulings. Okay, just wait. This is the moment when my computer is doing this rainbow thing. Come on, computer.
Would you want me to pull it up?
You've got the clip?
I'll get it.
I've gotten people
Okay, got it.
married in 1 minute and 60 seconds because I was busy. Honestly, someone comes to the office and say, listen, I need to get married, this and that. I say, listen, I need to go to the toilet. So this is going to have to be a quick one. I tell you the truth. I've even gotten people married on WhatsApp. And now there's a difference of opinion on the matter. But I was driving and this guy, he called me. He said, look, I'm going to commit haram. He goes, I've got 2 witnesses ready on this WhatsApp group. Can I add you and you do the thing? So I brought them in. I said to the woman, I said to her, listen, this guy's probably going to leave you. I know this guy. And he was like, what are you doing? You're here to try and make things easy for me. I said, but it's not fair on the poor woman because we know that you're a pernicious man. You're a khabis. And I said, what's the mahar? And the guy said, you don't want to hear this one. This is before McDonald's was on the boycott list. He goes, I'm going to give her a meal in McDonald's. I said, sister, don't do this. I said, at least have something. No, she said, I don't mind. I don't care, whatever. It happened. And he did, in fact, divorce her, unfortunately. But I said, I told you so. And that was it.
Okay, so what is the timeline for misyar marriage in Islam, sir?
So it's not obviously documented. You can see him trolling that, and he didn't mention the timing, obviously, when he left her and divorced her. So he was trolling of the short-term marrying or something, which was agreed by the woman, obviously, and he even convinced him not to do this. But
man and woman agreed to marry for an hour, and dowry is McDonald's meal. Okay, is that acceptable in Islam?
can you just repeat this? I did not.
Okay, Muslim man and Muslim woman decides to marry in a parking lot, okay, for an hour,
Yeah.
and the dowry she gets is McDonald's meal. Is that acceptable in Islam?
You see, if it's not bounding time, you see, it's bounding time is something is just bound by the God. So it's so important in Islam. So because it's also dependent on the relationship. So if she agrees, something that as mahar, you see something, a meal maybe. She's just if she's making fun of him, even we see we are considering
My question,
she's making fun.
Mr. Muslim.
Yeah. No, yeah.
What was my? Can you repeat my question?
So I was. So your question is, if she agrees at a parking lot with a meal of McDonald's of as mahar to marry him, is it legal?
For
Right?
1 hour. For 1 hour.
For one,
That
if
is
it's for 1 hour, then it's not legal. If it's not for
okay.
hour,
Okay. So how long? What is the timeline? How long it should be?
it should be bound by God until their relationship is broken by their heartbreaks.
Show me the Quranic verse to justify that.
No, you see, there is no
I don't
verse
see.
saying misir to be you accepted in this way of timeline. Obviously, we don't believe in something. It's or if it's something bound by timeline, it's obviously muta, not misir, right? How it can be
I've got
misir?
scholars. I've got Islam QA on the screen. Okay.
Yeah, obviously.
And then they are not only talking about misyar marriage, but they are also talking about how to do it, things to consider. And then your Muslim brothers are going and doing this kind of things.
No, what if a Muslim brother is doing something like he's breaking a woman's heart or something, and he's still a criminal, right? And we don't think he's responsible as being a Muslim. Is
Okay,
is
give me
inspired by Islam.
Give me something from the Quran identifies
Yes,
Mohammed
yes.
Hijab as not Muslim.
Muhammad Hijab is not. I think you just said something very different to troll me, but I want to say something to you
No.
that
Sorry,
Muhammad.
I
First of
don't
all,
need your PhD. I don't need you to write me PhD and run around things. I am asking you a very simple question, okay? Very question
yeah,
I asked you comes from the practice of Muslims are doing. And then on the screen, I've got whole page about Misyar. And then I can find you maybe couple of more pages on it, okay? Scholars are
no, Missia
writing about
doesn't
it.
include the timeline.
Listen to
What is the timeline is
and
included? What the timeline is included?
I'm just trying to calm down. So right now I want to shake you because you are just being double stupid intentionally, okay? So I'm just trying to calm down right now. Did someone pay you to be this much stupid, or it's just naturally comes?
No, I just didn't found something
Okay.
saying timeline. Oh, overnight sorry, so I didn't saw. Let me confirm.
Sister K or Sister Al, do you want to take over for a second?
Can you just give me 5 minutes?
Yeah. 5 minutes. What does he need 5 minutes for?
Maybe 2 minutes. Sorry.
Are you checking with Chat GPT to see if it says what you need? Is that the struggle? Oh my.
So, Sister K, what do you think
see,
about
Misia,
people?
so I just came back. I don't know where you found this website, but Misia did just don't include the timeline. I don't know where you have came with overnight thing. I don't know this. I think this website of someone want to deceive you, right? So Misia doesn't include
No,
the overnight thing or something timeline.
look at the web. Look at the
No,
web.
no.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Maybe
You
it can be
don't
web by
hold on.
Muslim name.
Amazing.
Maybe it
Amazing.
can.
No.
Yeah.
Stop doing that thing that you're doing, which is trying to overtalk
Yes,
people.
yes.
I'm trying to. I don't know what you do at home, but that's not flowing here. The website, the web page that the sister shared, I think she stopped sharing it. You can go look it up yourself.
Yes, I can go look at
So
it
again,
by
no one
myself, but
deceived you.
it's not reliable, right? It's not reliable. Why should I believe?
Amazing.
Should I believe anything if it's named by a Muslim?
Okay,
Obviously
amazing.
not.
Hold on. If you ask a question, I'm gonna tell you politely in the nicest way I can. Shut up long enough to hear the answer. You said, why should you believe it? Because this is a website that Muslims use, not Christians, not any that they use. Your ummah used this. So you might want to go check
My
that out.
ummah, is it reliable for my ummah? Obviously not. Which kind of ummah just believe this? We don't believe this. Why?
Okay,
Because
well,
it's not included in our.
because you don't believe it doesn't mean
You can
Muhammad
go to
didn't allow it.
ChatGPT. ChatGPT is not saying something out of knowledge, documented thing.
Do you want me to?
He just said me no, Monsieur is not an overnight temporary marriage.
Do you want me to trust ChatGPT, or do you want me to
Obviously.
trust this? Oh, you want me to trust ChatGPT?
Yes. Why I want you to trust not this website because
listen to me. Go to ChatGPT and then share your screen with me. You told me get rid of Allah, get rid of all Muslim scholars, get rid of Mohammed, and then trust ChatGPT. Share your screen with me.
I think
there is a way you can share your screen with me. Share your screen with me. We will ask the ChatGPT.
Yes, obviously, but how can I share this? You see, I don't know the process.
So on the StreamYard, there is this kind of
uploading records.
No, there is
Um,
this screen share thing. Like you go next to, I don't know what you see. Sister K, where does he go to share the screen?
If he goes next to the camera,
Yeah, go to the next camera.
It should be a square, like a rectangle next to it.
With
And
a
it
plus
says
sign in
it
it.
has a plus sign. If you click on that, it'll allow you to share your screen.
Okay. Any of you has ChatGPT, Sister K or Sister L?
okay, I am not finding this, but I can
Okay.
search up to my
Okay.
laptop and share my camera.
No, listen to me. You can't share it. Sister L has ChatGPT. Sister L, would you be kind enough and then share the ChatGPT with us?
I mean, so he would need to send the link to whatever he's looking at, because if
No,
I
no, no.
ask ChatGPT something, it's going to answer completely differently than it
No,
is.
we are going to ask very simple questions to ChatGPT. So we want to know, first of all, from ChatGPT. We want to know from the ChatGPT, what is the Sunni name for muta marriage? Okay, so since you can't share the ChatGPT, sir, you have to trust L, as we are since you said we can't go to Quran, we can't go to Mohammed, so we are gonna go to ChatGPT. What is the
No, Muhammad and Quran does not clarifying this.
sir, Shushna? Shushna, okay, you are okay. What can I help with?
So I'm asking, what is the Sunni name for?
What is the Sunni name for muta marriage?
Sorry,
Sunni,
is it 2 N's or 1 N?
with N, 2 N. Yeah. Sunni name for misyar marriage. Sorry, muta marriage. In Sunni Islam, muta marriage is called nikah al-muta by name. It is considered invalid, and abrogated. Okay.
You see why it doesn't have similar things.
Wait, Shushna, you told me you are not reliable. I'm going to ChatGPT now. Okay. Important clarification. Okay. So sometimes people think Sunnis have alternative to muta, but these are not the same. Nikah misyar, a permanent marriage with a waived rights. Okay.
Yes, I was saying where was the timeline thing.
Wait. Okay. So now, Sister K, we want to know nikah misyar. Can sorry, Sister Al. I didn't mean to say Sister K, because Sister Al has the ChatGPT. We want to know from ChatGPT, since Mohammed is not reliable, Quran is not reliable.
Muhammad is reliable. That's why misyar is not the thing.
Islam QA website is not reliable. We want to know from ChatGPT, is the nikah misyar? Okay. What should I ask? I never use ChatGPT. So we want to know.
Have any timeline? It has to be permanent, right?
Shushna. Can the nikah misyar be agreed by two parties for a year? Provide the Islamic references for that. Yes or no? Answer is no. Nikah misyar cannot be veiled, agreed upon the fixed period, according to Sunni Islamic law. If a time limit is I don't know what is that word.
Stipulated.
I know the word. Sorry. I didn't know that's how it's spelled. It becomes inveiled because it turns that nikah al-muta, which Sunnis hold forbidden.
Yes.
Why answer is no. All Sunni scholars require marriage to be open-ended. In Sunni fiqh, a valid nikah must be intended as a permanent, even if divorce may later occur. Any explicit time of condition invalidates the contract. If a man marries a woman, a fixed period of time, marriage is unveiled by consensus. Okay, moved on. Adding a time limit, it's muta. Okay, provide Islamic references.
Yeah, so it's saying that these are the Islamic references.
No. We want to ask, provide is, yeah, so I don't even know who those people are.
Yeah, so ChatGPT, if you haven't figured it out yet, is very good at Dawah.
Yeah,
it's like one of its primary purposes.
That's okay. So according to
It also
ChatGPT,
can say something good about Judaism and Christianity, right? It's not biased to only Islam.
According to ChatGPT, Mohammed Hijab, when he married people in McDonald's.
What Muhammad Hijab was doing was trolling the short-term marriages. He's not promoting it. He was trolling it.
What is short-term marriages?
Muta marriage, obviously, which is haram.
But muta marriage, you told me muta marriages was for Sunnis, for Shias.
No. That's Shias. You see, we have differences in beliefs because they think they what
is Mohammed Hijab Shia?
Mohammed Hijab what?
Is Mohammed Hijab Shia? You said he's
no. I don't know what he is. But I know the rulings. I don't need to know what he is, what he believes.
You didn't even know what I was talking about like 10 minutes ago.
Yes, but I now can see. Although I didn't know it by name, I was knowing it by rulings. So that's why I can talk on this.
Okay. So while you can talk on this, listen to this. Okay. So this is the same Islam QA. I'm really heartbroken. You think Islam QA is rubbish and you don't trust them. Okay. This is well-known Muslim website, one of them. Okay. So let me
I don't think that's valid because you can find a website like this, thousands of them.
I find it's amazing as a Muslim. You are bashing your scholars and then going to ChatGPT.
No, I'm not bashing my scholars. They are not my scholars of this website.
This website is not your scholar?
No, not of my scholars, obviously. If it's saying something bound by timeline thing.
How come ChatGPT people that Buzz guy is your scholar?
No, if you ask for the references, the ChatGPT will give you the references.
What makes ChatGPT your scholar and Islam QA references are not your scholar?
No, it's not like ChatGPT is making overpowering them or overshadowing them. ChatGPT is taking references from them. That's why I'm with him. It's not like he's rejecting them or not taking them. He's taking from them, obviously. Not from this website, maybe. If he does, then
Sheikh Ibn Baz was after the Misyar marriage. This kind of marriage.
No, Misyar marriage is not bound by timeline thing. You see, overnight thing is a timeline thing, right? Misyar marriage is something waived.
So, Mr. Muslim, give me the name of the marriage that Mohammed Hijab is doing in hotel for 10 minutes. Give me the name of the marriage, whatever you call that, halal, whatever you are calling that name, okay? Give me the name of that marriage that your Muslim brothers are doing in the McDonald's, with the McDonald's meal, in a hotel rooms, okay? That alongside of their fourth wife, or alongside of their second wife, or alongside of their first wife. Give me the name of that marriage. That's all I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know why Mr. Hijab said something this, but I know what Misyar marriage is now. I don't know why, how reliable Mr. Hijab is.
I got it. You don't know. I got it. Do you have any problem? If Muslims are marrying for 10 minutes, for 1 year, for 6 months? Do you have a problem with that?
Yes, I obviously have.
Why do you have a problem
problems with that?
Why do you have a problem?
If it's something like I don't agree on this ruling, then I have problem maintaining this ruling. That's why if this ruling is not from the mainstream of Islam.
Does Allah have problem with it?
Yes, obviously I have problem with it because the God, our God has problem with it.
Okay, give me the
The God
reference.
of humans.
Show me something that your God has a problem with it.
I can show you what Messiah marriage is.
Okay, no,
truly.
I don't need ChatGPT, sir. I don't need ChatGPT. Your
No,
Allah.
ChatGPT is using documented things, right? He's not using
No.
random things.
Amazing. You said you
He's
didn't trust
comparing things
websites.
to things.
No, you don't trust websites. You don't trust this. You don't trust
No,
that.
I don't trust this website.
Again, you know what? Can we go to your Islamic sources to see what they say and what they did in the
Okay,
time of the Prophet and the first caliphs? Can we see that? Is that all right?
yes,
with you?
yes,
You
that
Sunni,
that'll
right?
be fine if you trust my definition. If I go
No,
look for
so wait, hold on.
Messiah
So
marriage
you know more
definition.
than the best generation to do Islam according to Mohammed.
Okay, I'm gonna do more basics. Let's do more basics. Okay. Do you know someone called Umar, Caliph Umar?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Umar, Caliph Umar. Yes.
Do you know someone called Ibn Abbas, Muhammad's relative?
Who? Bin Bas?
Ibn Abbas.
Oh, Ibn Abbas. Yes, I know him. Yes.
You know him?
Yes, I know. I think yes.
Okay. Sahih Bukhari.
Yeah.
Write it down. Sahih Bukhari, 76251.
Sahih Bukhari
76251.
76251. Yes.
Okay. Read the hadith for me.
Is it the hadith number?
Read the hadith for me.
I want to say something that it's 76,251. It's not it's out of these limits. You see, Bukhari has only 7,000 hadiths,
Bukhari,
but you were saying 76,000.
Volume 7, Book 62, Hadith 51. That shouldn't be Einstein work if you are Muslim, right?
No, if you're saying something directly like this, we are referring this to a separate hadith. So that's why the confusion came.
Oh my God. Have you got the hadith?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me. Oh no, that wasn't. Yes, I got it.
You've got it. Okay.
Yes.
It's on the screen as well. You are able to see it, right?
Give me 1 minute.
It's on the screen, right?
Oh
God.
I think you should go to sunnah.com. I don't know if it's reliable.
Okay, so we don't like hadithcollection.com. We don't like Islam QA. Okay, you want to go to sunnah.com?
Yeah, obviously.
Okay, obviously. Okay, can you find it from sunnah.com for me?
Yeah, can you return the page? I will search for it because at the right side there were references.
I gave you the reference. I gave you the reference. Why are you being so difficult to just read it for us? Find it for us from sunnah.com.
Yeah, obviously.
Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it. So this is 5116. Can I have a minute to search it?
What do you need to search for it, sir?
I need to see if it's truly that verse. Maybe it can be, you see, from someone who is deceiving.
Okay, listen to me. You told me to go to sunnah.com and you are telling me you need to search it because someone might be deceiving. This is getting like so childish right now, okay? Let's go to very basics. What is your reasoning today that you are Muslim? Why are you Muslim? You are rejecting it. You are rejecting Islam QA. You are rejecting your scholars. What is your reasoning?
Also, I found it. Can I read it for you? I found it.
No. Answer my question. Why are you Muslim today?
No, I wasn't saying you were doing something wrong. I was just checking twice. That's all.
Listen to me. I am dealing with with ChatGPT because of you, okay? Because you are rejecting your own sources. You can't even bother to read them.
No, I wasn't rejecting them. I was double checking them.
I provide you another source. I provide you another
Yes,
source,
yes.
and then you got to
I
check that.
respect you for this, and I just double checked it. Nothing else.
I am curious to know, why are you
Yes,
Muslim
yes.
today? Tell me, why are you Muslim today?
So you see, my journey was quite amazing. So I'm shortening this. So
No, I'm
our
not
family.
not asking your journey. Give me reason why are you Muslim today. I'm not asking. Oh,
I'm studying the religions, and I came to this religion as conclusion. That's why.
Say it again.
I was studying religions, and I came to this religion as conclusion. Sorry
You
for
were
my accent.
studying the religions, and then you come to this
Yes,
religion as a conclusion. That
Yes,
doesn't
yes,
even
yes.
make sense to me. Conclusion that Islam is false religion. Conclusion that Islam.
No.
Conclusion that Islam
It
ordered.
may not sound to you as perfect, but you see, what I meant was I was studying religions, and what I meant as conclusion was I came as conclusion of truth in Islam.
How did you come to conclusion that Islam is true? What is your reasoning? What is your evidence that Islam is true? Because you rejected Islam QA.
No, I'm not
You are
rejecting this.
rejecting Hadith.
I'm willing to read this. You say I'm willing to read this now. I was double checking it,
Why?
nothing else.
What
You
are you
see,
double checking?
just I'm curious. I was also curious like you. Every curious man
Curious
has
for what?
rights to be curious, right?
Well,
To know if it's reliable.
doesn't allow you to be curious mind, right?
Nope.
No, it's allow us. It allow us. It doesn't allow us to be against him, but it's allow us to be curious.
It does. Curious causes you to
Yes,
ask
it does too.
questions. Hold on. Curiousness causes you to ask questions. Hatun, are you allowed to ask questions in Islam?
Well, according to Allah,
if it's
no.
According, I didn't ask you. Amazing.
According to Allah, no. Read it for me. This is getting literally painful. Like I can feel like my heart rates are very, very uncomfortable right now. Read it for me, sir. Serious, like
Yes,
these are the people Daniel Haqiqatjou is asking for. Like,
okay,
go
okay,
ahead,
I'm
read
reading it. I heard Ibn Abbas giving a verdict when he was asked about muta with a woman when he permitted it on that a freed slave of his said to him that is only when it's very badly needed, and women are scarce. On that, Ibn Abbas said yes.
Okay, so what is Ibn Abbas doing?
What? So when you badly need
doing according to Hadith.
according to hadith badly need of a women need when does women's it's when the production came I have heard this hadith when there is a lack of production or something
Listen to me.
for a family.
Listen to me.
A slave can be slave.
Listen to me.
Yeah,
I am
I mean
so heart crushed.
Oh my
That
God.
you looked into Islam and then you come to the conclusion that Islam is truth, but you don't even understand what Ibn Abbas is saying. You are rejecting hadithcollection.com. You are rejecting Islam QA with your scholars, okay?
no, I'm not rejecting this. I was just double checking it.
At this stage, I'm just identifying you as a kafir. So I
No, I'm not
want to
kafir.
ask you once again. I want to ask you once again. What is it that Ibn Abbas is giving permission to? Okay? According to Hadith, what is it he giving permission?
He is giving permission to muta if it's badly needed.
Okay.
When it's
So
badly
he's giving
needed.
permission to
When it's
muta. He's giving
if
permission to
it's
muta.
badly needed if
Listen to me. Listen to
free
me.
to sleep on yes.
He's giving permission to muta, right?
If it's badly needed, obviously.
He's giving permission
like
to
for
muta.
production, right? Not for satisfaction. It's not satisfaction is not badly needed
Where
thing.
does it say it's production? What do you mean
It's
production? Making
no. You see, you have to see the difference between satisfaction and production. When a family is not going up,
No,
he
I don't
has
care
to
about
stop
your family.
for lack of women.
Seriously, I don't care about your family. Okay, if there is
No,
lack
no,
of
I'm not telling about my family. So.
don't have sex with them for 10 minutes and then give them up. Okay,
No,
so
no, it's not
where,
like this.
where is it in the hadith? It says, okay, lack of provision, production, sorry. Where does it in the hadith it says that?
You see, a human will be a human.
You think
Maybe Ibn Abbas did
Ibn
not say it because he forgot. But
because he
Islamic
forgot?
other rulings, just
No, no,
if you
just a
comply
second.
with this.
Just a second. Because
Yes, yes.
Ibn Abbas forgot saying it? Is that what you just
Uh,
told me? So you know
I'm
that
saying you.
Ibn
I'm
Abbas.
saying you that what does it mean? What does it mean is muta. In this case, muta is something which is for production, not satisfaction. Satisfaction is
Where
thing
did you
which is
get that?
not badly needed thing.
Where did you get that?
It's obviously it's
It's not
from my
obviously.
understanding. You can understand this.
No, I don't understand that. So tell me again. Why he's not saying
So so you see, satisfaction is not a badly needed thing.
no, no,
So
no.
sexual interactions are if it's for only for satisfaction or something, it's not badly needed thing. When it's badly needed thing, when he wants to keep his descendants alive more, have more kids, but he is unable because of lack of woman, scarce of woman. He doesn't have a woman to reproduce. So then he can go on a mutah marriage for maybe for production, but not like satisfactory things, which is obviously doesn't indicate a badly needed thing, right?
I am sorry to say, that as
No,
a
no. Why? You want to? We want to say why I'm saying
Amazing,
muta.
amazing,
I'm
amazing. You're doing
rejecting
it
this
again.
kind of concept,
You're
right?
doing
So
amazing.
main.
so I am so much heartbroken. You are describing Ibn Abbas as another idiot. I am so much heartbroken. You
No, no.
think
I'm not describing his. I'm
I am
saying the
so
way
much
he's talking.
heartbroken. I'm so much heartbroken. You think this great scholar Ibn Abbas didn't know what to say, how to say. And
No,
21st
no, no.
century, a man
I'm
who
saying what he said and what he not
can't
said.
even read and then trust the chat GBT knows better than Ibn Abbas. So I've
No,
got
no, no. I'm not saying.
with you. I've got to stop with you. You can call me back on Sunday, okay? Because I've got two more people in the backstage. They've been waiting for a long time. I need to quickly
Yes, yes,
take
yes.
them in. You can call me back on Sunday, okay?
Okay, okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Don't, if you are going to use ChatGPT on Sunday, don't call me at all. Okay? So I've got brain ache right now.
Quick recap while you're pulling them up. I just want you to know the muta marriage, the temporary marriage, was, when they were on Hajj and their women weren't with them. And so it was only for that period of time. So it was a temporary marriage. It was for a limited period of time. Sunnah.com. If you go to, what is it, Sahih al-Bukhari 1405C, you don't have to pull it up. Look it up for yourselves. I'd say 1405C. It talks about the temporary marriage that was allowed. So again, it was for gratification. It wasn't for reproduction. They were, temporary for the purpose, and it was for 3 days that was allowed in some cases. So when he says that, he looked into Islam and he lied to himself about what it actually means. But go ahead, sister. Sorry.
Okay, let me take the next caller. Sister Al, do you want to respond to this caller?
Sure.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I wanted to ask you what you thought of the Bible's view of women.
Are you just to real quick? Do you want to introduce your name and if you're a Christian, Muslim, atheist, other?
Brian, agnostic.
You're agnostic. Okay. Sure. So you're asking about the women, the biblical view of women.
Yeah.
So.
And just like, what are your thoughts? I have a few Bible passages that I want to bring up, and I just want to get your thought on them, because like personally for me, one of my main hang-ups with the religion is just, I don't know, how obviously women are a second-class citizen in the Bible.
I don't believe that that's true. That's not how we see Jesus treat women. That's not how we see women treated in Genesis by God. From Genesis, we see that women are created as helpmates, but that doesn't make them lesser. It's a beautiful blessing. And we also see that women are created in the image of God, which I don't know how much higher of a status you could have than created in the image of God. And this is the same for men. So it's not that men are created in the image of God, women are created in the image of man. It's men and women are created in the image of God. So as far as like the way that women should be treated, biblically, we see that women should be treated as image bearers of God. Now we do see like different rules, if that's kind of where some contentions come from in regards to how men and women should I guess like kind of set like boundaries as far as in their marriage, as far as like structure for the family, as far as like promoting like healthy relations to each other, having that be a representation of our relationship to our God and our Creator. For example, like we see marriage in general as a representation of the marriage between Christ and the church. And so as such, we see this beautiful representation now as well, in like a physical way that reflects like a spiritual way, in a sense, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
what's your if you were to pick one of the passages that you are most concerned with, what would that be?
Yeah, well, I've got one that I think is pretty straightforward. Exodus 21, verse 7.
Is this the one that we go over like every week?
I wouldn't know.
Okay. So what's your primary concern with this?
So it says, if a man sells his daughter as a servant, she is not to go free as male servants do. If she does not please the master who has selected her for himself, he must let her be redeemed. So
if a man marries a female servant, then she can't just be let go like other servants are. She has to be treated with love and respect and treated properly, since she's a wife, not just another servant, correct?
the context here is that after 6 years, male servants are set free from servanthood without paying anything, right? So it's like that is a freedom for the men to guarantee that they're not in servitude for lifetime, but women are not granted the same luxury. They have to remain in servitude for their entire life, right?
Well, I mean, if I was a servant and my husband married me, I wouldn't want to be just like turned out in 6 years, be like husbandless.
There are laws for divorce that are separate to this. I think that's a disingenuous take.
So you said, can you remind me, Exodus what?
21.
Exodus 21 verse 7. So really all of verses 2 to 11 are relevant. So I see what you're saying in terms of the protection. So like you're protecting women potentially from being abandoned. I see that. But do you not see as well that there's also a deprivation of freedom? Because if you're a female servant, then you have to be a servant for life, whereas men are able to go free.
Well, let me go ahead and share this so that everyone can see. Okay, so, oh, sorry about that. When a man sells his daughter as a slave, she shall not go out as the male slaves do, if she does not please her master, who has designated her for himself. So that's kind of where we get a lot of the clues of context, that this is indeed marriage. Then he shall let her be redeemed. So it's not even like a 6-year redemption. It's instant redemption if he chooses to divorce her. Also, he shall have no right to sell her to a foreign people, since he's broken faith with her. So if he marries her and wants to separate, she can't be treated as a slave anymore. She's redeemed immediately, and she cannot be sold.
Okay, but this is only if she is taken as a wife, right?
Well, but
And
that's what the context of this is, correct? Who he designated for himself.
so do you think that do you think that all female slaves were designated as wives?
Well, that's the context of what this is talking about.
Right, but in verse 7, she shall not go out as the male slaves do. So female. So this passage is very clearly saying that women are not to be freed after 6 years. Yes or no?
No, I don't think that's what this is saying. I think this is saying if
Okay, you have
he
to go further up.
designates her for himself and he is not pleased with her, she's immediately redeemed. That would not have been the case for a male. I mean, he wouldn't be married to a male anyway in this, but it's instant redemption.
Sure, but the
It's like
context
huge
of the passage,
protections for her, right?
if you read from verse 2, the purpose of this passage is it's showing that there's a protection for Israelite slaves, right? The men can go free after the 7th year or after the 6th year.
Oh,
But then it very clearly says that women are not given the same freedom, right? And so I hear what you're saying about marriage, and verse 8 specifically referring to marriage. But it's clear here that women do not go free after 6 years. Would you not agree?
actually, this is the opposite, Brian. And if you can scroll to verse 7, it says, when a man sells his daughter as a slave, she shall not go out as the male slaves do. Male slaves had up until the year of Jubilee to be set free. Next verse, if she does not please her master, so if he does not want to marry her, who has designated her for himself, basically if he's not attracted to her, then she shall be redeemed. That word redeemed, in other words, she can be redeemed a lot faster than her male counterpart that was sold into slavery. I think you're missing that whole part. He shall have no right to sell her. So in other words, she's redeemed. He can't sell her to a foreign person since he has broken faith with her. In other words, he's not attracted to her. He does not want her. She doesn't have to wait 7 years, whereas the males have to wait that 7 years unless they're redeemed. Like say they pay.
No.
So, sir, hold on. It's there in black and white. The men had to wait the 7 years if they couldn't pay off their debt, right? Here it says that she's redeemed. The word redeemed right there. Like, can you look up the word redeemed to see what that means?
I know what the word redeem means, but it's only saying that she can be. It's only saying she can be redeemed.
Brian, because I think it's important that you interpret the text right there in front of your face, because you're misrepresenting it. It says then, which is time, right? He shall let her be redeemed. Like, can you deal with that right there? Because I think you're representing the text.
Let me answer that. So it's saying that she will be redeemed only if she's abandoned, only if the man that she's assigned to decides that he doesn't want her anymore, right? So
yes, if he marries her and then he doesn't want to marry her, he doesn't want to be married to her, then instant redemption. So this is way higher treatment than the males. If we
it's not, because she has
we see this continued all the more. We read on the verse 10, we see this continued all the more.
At least the male has agency, but this woman's fate is in the hands of men, right? The father sells his daughter, right? The daughter
hold on. You're saying the male slaves had more agency than the female?
Yeah, because on the seventh year they would become free. But if a woman's slave is not abandoned by her husband, then she would never gain her freedom.
She's married.
That's not how that works. And I think I think you're knowing that right now, because you had this again. You had this issue. It literally says then, which is time, right? That's a time. Like, look at your watch. Then he shall let her be redeemed. Okay, so then it's really not that difficult. Honestly,
Sister K, with all due respect, do you understand how an
okay, with all due respect,
works?
just mute your mic. Brian, massage the mute button because I let you speak, right? Okay, respectfully. So he said he shall have no right to sell her. This is not that difficult, since he broke faith with her. In other words, you get elevated one of two options. You can either be elevated from the role of being a slave, like raised up to being a wife. If he does not want you to be a wife and he doesn't want you, you can be set free. See, this is why it's important to read the scripture within its context, and honestly, not with the heart of I have issues with how women are treated in scriptures, because you have this preconceived notion as to what Christianity is. And you sit comfortably in the West, you have gripes about Christianity, not knowing the barbarity that once the world was enwrapped in before Christianity had its effects. Like there are again, you said you're an agnostic, and I'll just advise you really quickly, look up an atheist. He's an atheist historian, Thomas Holland. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar. He's not an atheist.
Okay,
He's a Christian.
Okay, well he was when I first heard of him, he was an atheist. He was a staunch atheist. And one of his quotes, and I'll read it to you briefly because it's very interesting that he said this. He said, this is while he was an atheist, because I found this years ago. While studying the ancient world, Holland writes, he realized something. Simply, the ancients were cruel and their values utterly foreign to him. The Spartans routinely murdered imperfect children. That is history. The bodies of slaves were treated like outlets for the physical pleasure of those with power. Infanticide was common. The poor and the weak had no rights. How did we get from there to here? It was Christianity, Holland writes. Christianity revolutionized sex and marriage, demanding that men control themselves and prohibiting all forms of rape. Christianity confined sexuality within monogamy. It is ironic, Holland notes, that these are now the very standards for which Christianity is derided. Christianity is elevated women. In short, Christianity utterly transformed the world. So again, what you're saying, it does not match. It doesn't, matter of fact, it doesn't, you can look at the worlds around you. Which nations had a major influence in the world under Christianity and other religions, and compare them. And just compare them. Just simply put, like we don't have Christian societies anymore, but we have the residue. Even just the residue left over from Christianity is a benefit to the world. So to try to say, well, I don't like how women are treated in the Bible, when number one, children of Israel, how they treated each other, right? How they were to treat each other had they followed the law perfectly, which they could not, obviously. They would have loved their neighbor as theirself, sir. And this right here shows you she can be immediately redeemed. She doesn't have to wait the 7 years. This just proved the opposite of what you accused us of. So honestly, I just hope you would have the humility to say, okay, the word then does show that there's an immediacy of time for her to be redeemed. So again, if you have a gripe with how women are treated in the Bible, sir, the gripe is really with you and your misinterpretation of our scriptures.
And I'd like to
Okay,
continue
you have to let me respond.
Ladies, just a second. Sir, just a second. We reached our 2 hours mark 12 minutes ago. So ladies, if you want to leave, you've got the things to do. Please do so. Mr. Brian, would you be kind enough and then tell us Mohammed is false prophet, Allah is false God?
Why do you want me to say that?
Okay, so you are Muslim. Goodbye.
No.
Yeah, you are Muslim. Okay.
Real quick, can I finish reading this passage right here? Just these like verses on screen.
Yeah, go ahead.
So just for everyone who might be coming about this genuinely, Exodus 21:7-11. When a man sells his daughter as a slave, she shall not go out as the male slaves do. If she does not please her master, who has designated her for himself, marriage, then he shall let her be redeemed. Then he shall let her be redeemed. He shall have no right to sell her to a foreign people, since he has broken faith with her. If he designates her for his son, so if he wants her to marry his son, then he shall deal with her as a daughter. Again, this is how she's being treated, as a wife of his son, not as a slave. If he takes another wife to himself, he shall not diminish her food, her clothing, or her marital rights. Again, very clear. She's not being treated as a slave. She's being treated as a wife, which is a way, way higher position than a slave. And if he does not do these 3 things for her. She shall go out for nothing without payment of money. So she does not need to earn back her freedom. She does not need to pay for her freedom, which that's a whole nother thing. What we're talking about in context of slavery is not what we would be talking about in context of what you normally talk about as slavery. But even in this case, where she is trying to earn something, she becomes a wife, so she's no longer trying to earn something. She's insta-free if he doesn't want her to be his wife. She's insta-free if his son doesn't want her to be his wife. She's to be treated as a daughter if she is his son's wife. He can't have some kind of loophole of her being a lesser wife. She is a full-fledged wife. She is supposed to have everything that a wife is to have because that's who she is. And if he does not do these things for her, she's free. Not just she has the chance to earn her freedom some other way. She is free. So this is huge, especially bear in mind the culture around this. As Sister Kay was saying, this is not how women would be treated in the culture around. This is not the Bible diminishing the rights of women. This is the Bible showing how important women are, how women should be treated, how wives should be treated. This is beautiful. What do you guys think?
Yeah, again, I'll say this. It's for the ignorant, even whatever he is, that sit in the comfort of the West, that don't even know the benefits that Christianity has provided to them. Have you been to a hospital? Yeah, that we did that. Okay. So have you been to a university? Started out as monasteries. So have you gone to any school that now is in a building, but guess where it started? In the church. So again, have you been to a courthouse lately? Oh my goodness. Yes, we did that too. So while you sit there in the comforts of the West and try to say, well, I don't like Christianity, it's like snatching out a piece of yarn that you don't know where this leads to. You don't know what it's connected to, but let me snatch this out. And it unravels your whole body of civilization's work that we've gotten the benefit from. You're agnostic. Look up the etymology of the word agnostic. It means you know nothing. And I agree.
So the reason I removed him from the screen is because a couple of people in the chat expressed, is he Muslim, or is he this person? I just wanted to give him chance because he identified himself as not Muslim. I wanted to give him chance to confirm that he's not Muslim. But after why, that clearly shows he's Muslim. So therefore he's done. I have no problem for Muslim to call and then critic Exodus 21:7-11. Almost every week we get that. I have no problem with that. But when you start your intro with a lie, that's just not helpful, right? I know your prophet is idiot, but you've got better. You should have a better standards than that. Okay.
Exactly. And why is he upset about how women are treated?
Because
Surah 434 beat him.
Yeah.
2433
so he knows the problems in his religion. Therefore, when Sister L asked, "Tell us who you are. Where do you stand?" I am Muslim wasn't his statement, right?
Okay. To be fair, in the back chat, he did just say, Hatun, Muhammad is a false prophet. Happy?
Yeah, it's too late now.
I am happy too, but too late. Don't do like those things. Okay, so we are already 18 minutes over time. So I've got two individuals. They've been, I can't remember the second person has been there for a long time or not, but this first person has been there for a while. If I take him, can we deal him much shorter version? And then because we like this is 2 hours live stream and we are already over time.
I'm gonna go off screen for a minute, but I'll be back.
Okay, I was just gonna say some people have live. That was Sister L. So let's take the stop sharing screen. Where's it? Okay.
You're still on the screen, L. Oh.
Okay, she's gone. Okay, the person left. I'll take the other caller.
really quickly, Hatun, you have Islamophobia?
I have Islamophobia. Is that like
That's
illness?
what Brian accused you of.
Is that is that like illness or something?
I guess COVID-19 ran out, and maybe my hair is unkept, so it might be the next
Huh.
pestilence.
I
He
don't
doesn't
know.
point out the racism in
Going to hospital is too expensive. So
yeah.
those diseases, it just needs to. My body needs to deal with it. Let's take the call.
Mohammed said Mohammed said I represent pestilence, but Brian missed that.
Hello.
Go
Hello. Okay, person is not answering. Okay, so we will stop there. Other person left who was in the backstage. Well, Sister K, why don't you just? I can't even remember where we left in Mohammed Hijab's video, but why don't you just kind of give me quick your thoughts? Actually, let me finish what he's saying in this, because he was laughing about the child, about the marriage thing, right? Let me see if he got confronted on this, and then we will stop after that. Very soon we will stop. Share the screen.
Difficult. There is a ruling
Oh
for
yeah.
it, but
Okay. This is the part. Oh, how do you feel if your husband gets the second wife? Okay, let me just start from this like smirty face.
Then I think personally, for a Muslim man in this day and age, having one wife is enough. I would be surprised if a Muslim man could have more than one wife in this day and age and provide.
Someone needs to tell her to cover her fingers and her hand. But anyway.
And all of that, right? I do think it would be difficult. There is a ruling for it, but at the time it was because, the wars and everything like that, and women, there was more women than there was men, so we understand why it was given.
Yeah, women are more, men are less, so therefore, go and have a lot of wives. That's the logic of Muslims, and Miss Muslim thinks,
Wow, she's not that bright. But,
she's face of hypocrites at this stage. Oh yeah, my husband, I made a video. My husband asked me for a second wife. My husband told me he's gonna get second wife. How would you feel about it? Oh well,
I've never been asked that.
Yeah.
Oh man, we just catch him on lies. It's just like how you flippantly lie, and then she has again Mohammed Hijab. He's trying to read like how he came out of the woodwork while the scandal, trying to cover himself up, trying to seem like he's the moderate in all the mayhem of the Dawah scene. But yeah, she's a liar. But I'll summarize it up really quickly.
And you also watched whole video. Give us other sides of the video if it's our attention.
Oh, you tortured me. That's one.
No, sister, if it comes to your mind, if it doesn't, just let's go on.
No. I am. I'm giving you what you need. Okay. I mean, there's parts about it. Is she was talking about the Dawah boys? That term was developed by Islamophobes, and that was at 1:52, where basically he's saying Ali Dawah and his wife were targeted, which we know that to be the reverse. He targeted someone, and she exposed him. And now the girl is homeless because Ali Dawah sent his goons to attack her. Again, how the true victims are the Dawah boys. Parents, her thing was at the 10-minute mark, parents leading their kids down the right path, and so on and so forth. And that she stated that Mohammed Hijab has 2 daughters, which, my goodness, does he want his daughters to do muta marriage and hotel marriages? And at what age? Because, Mohammed married a 6-year-old little girl. And he said, according to the Quran, you can marry. There's no age limit, according to the Quran, as to how young somebody can get married. So I wonder that for him, maybe he needs to think about what he's actually following. You covered it. I mean, he talked about the 18-minute mark, how Mohammed, he did over 13 different wars. And I just thought back to Justin Peterson's calling him a warlord, and he was offended by it. But you literally just confirmed that he was a warlord. I just thought that was ironic. And And then he said he's taking care of his wives at the 19th minute. And I was just like, which one? Because clearly you have multiple ones. And at the 40-minute mark, which I wish we could have gotten to, that his wife sent him an article saying that, basically in Islam, you have to do things that you don't like and you don't agree with. Basically, the road to Jannah, or the surrounding of Jannah, is around it is our tasks that you did not want to do, but you had to do. In other words, trying to clear himself of having his muta marriage, that she has to accept that, because that's just the way it is. That's what it sounded like to me anyways. And then, that pretty much it is just basically, this is him trying to bleach his image after him, what did they say? Smashing all those different girls under the guise of Nika and Muta and all the boxing.
It's called running trains.
Oh, snap. No, who taught you that? Oh, God.
The Dawah boys did. With that said, I do need to go, ladies, but thank you very much for having me, sisters.
See you, sister.
God bless.
David Wood taught me that.
Oh, boy.
He was telling me what Dawah guys are talking about.
Oh, gosh.
I know word. I think the meaning of the word is very bad word, so I am not going to Google it, but...
Yeah, don't mess up your Google history with that. That's what they do. And again, these are the best of their best. These are the defenders of their faith. This is what they like. They're pulling up things that people did, that Christians did in times past before the Lord redeemed them. They're doing this and they're following the way of Mohammed. That's very interesting. I find it very funny, but getting back to the most important part of this, you see the bastardization of marriage within Islam, the mistreatment, the unprotected women, the opposite of that, opposed to that. I'm sorry, far superior, not even opposite, far superior to that is the gospel, the message of the gospel, which we are to love one another as ourselves. Ultimately, husband and wives husbands are to love their wives as Christ loved the church. And we are seen as the weaker vessel, not as in like we're less than, but just, again, there's just different parts of us. Men are physically typically stronger than us in certain aspects, but as the weaker vessel of just washing your wife with the word and being there for her, and you as a sister respecting and honoring him as to the Lord and submitting one to another as to the Lord. So again, this is the way superior way to go is to how we are to love one another, how Christ loved his church and died for her and gave himself a ransom for her. That is the gospel truth. And agnostic, whatever you are, Muslim or not, you don't know. And that is exactly what you said. You don't know, but you can know the one that died for your sins and rose again and sits at the right hand of the Father and can be your mediator too, if you accept him as your Lord and Savior. If you make it, like, again, I pray this for you and all the other people that came up, and I'll leave that there, sister, if there's anything else you'd like to add. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Sister Kay. Just wanted to point out something. You can start the conversation with your questions. It's absolutely fine, right? But it gets stressful when Muslim says, oh, I don't know what is that. And then instead of taking Muslim websites and Muslim scholars, he goes and then chooses ChatGPT as an authority. It gets painful. It gets painful. So I guess the lesson for all of us is ChatGPT is not our scripture. Our scripture has authority over us, okay? We don't take ChatGPT as our source. We don't discredit the verses of the Bible because of ChatGPT or anything. So that's something to take away. Don't use ChatGPT as your sources, seriously. It's just like disturbing, stressful. Like stressful and it is not helpful if you are trying to have debates and discussions with people to figure out. And it's not helpful when you turn up the live stream and you are too ashamed to verbalize whether you are Muslim or not, right? Like, be a man. Anyway, so as Sister K expressed, Christ is the solution to all. So we will see you, I think, on Friday at 9 p.m. God bless you all.